So that's really interesting because a lot of people think that they are actually a male or a female. Oh gosh, this is terrifying. Hi everyone, today I'm not in my backyard. I've popped down to my local nursery to get an avocado tree because I'm going to do some grafting on that avocado. So I love coming here when I'm looking at buying fruit trees that I don't know much about because these guys have a wealth of knowledge and are really helpful. So I've come today to find out which avocado tree to buy and then also learn how to graft onto it. This is Zetchi and he is going to give us some tips on growing avocados as well as the different varieties so that one, I can choose the best variety for my garden, but also give you some tips as well.
Right, so here we've got the different varieties of avocados. The Woods, Gwen and Lamb-Has are the dwarf varieties. That means dwarf avocado. It doesn't mean they're going to grow knee-high or shoulder-high, just not as big as normal avocados.
Yeah.
They go a bit shorter.
Because normal avocados, what's like, can be up to 12 meters or something?
Absolutely, yes. Yes, these normally grow at about 4 meters in very good conditions, but in Perth I don't doubt it whether they'll reach that height.
Okay.
Then we have the normal sized avocado trees. We have the Has, which is the dark one. The fruit is black when it ripens, so it's easy to know when it's ripe because it turns black. Now that's the most popular one in the shops. The reason for that is the skin is so nice and hard that it can transport very easily. You won't find something like the Santana, you won't find in the shops because the skin is too thin and too soft. Avocados, you get the A and the B varieties. Now the A variety, the flower opens in the morning. It's a complete flower, but only the female part is active. The pollen is not inactive. It hasn't started opening up yet. That flower closes. Tomorrow afternoon, that same flower opens. The female part is dead. The pollen is active. The B variety is the other way around. It starts off as a male flower in the morning. That flower closes. Next afternoon, it opens up. It's a female. So when you've got the A variety with female, the B variety is male. That's why you get more cross-pollination. But in the middle of the day, some flowers are opening and some are dying. So you have male and female flowers on the same tree. So you only need one tree, but you'll get more fruit on each one if you have an A and a B variety.
So that's really interesting because a lot of people think that they are actually a male or a female tree, but it's not. It's just the timing and when things open and close.
Yes, it's just the different ways how the flowers open.
So one of the great things about this place is that they have a whole huge range of dwarf fruiting avocado trees. So avocados grow huge, like 12 meters tall, and if you only have a small backyard or a small property like me, then you may not have space for it. Yes, you can grow avocados in pots, but they will fruit a lot better if they are in the ground. So if you can get a dwarf or a small variety like the Wurts, then you can get a whole bunch of avocados in a smaller space. So that's exactly what I'm going to do today. I'm going to get a dwarf avocado so that I can grow a whole lot of delicious avocados, but I don't take up too much space in my garden because space is really valuable. And then I'm also going to, thanks to Zetchi's suggestion, I'm going to get a Charwell, which is a B variety, to graft onto my Lamb-Has, which is an A variety. So that way I'm going to have a and B variety on one plant, which is going to mean lots more avocados. Oh gosh, this is terrifying. Which one do I do?
I think the easiest one to work on would be this one here. So if we turn this around so that you can see what you're doing, if you cut this one there.
And so I'm going to do
the blade
down.
Blade down, anywhere there, so that you've got some, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Does it really matter which way the blade goes on that?
It does. I'll show you now in a minute why. Right, so now you're going to take your scion and you're going to, first off, you're going to mummify your scion. That's it, yeah, very easy. Don't be nervous.
It's alright doing this at home when no one's watching and you just wing
Yes.
it, but now what do I do with this piece?
And what I do with the top is, when I get to the top, I just spin it around
Oh, yeah.
and it's sealed.
Mummy. Oh my god, I feel like I'm doing it too deep.
No, just go. If it's too deep, then we just do it again. That's why. Pull your knife. That's it. Okay, so that was too sharp a cut. So you want a bit longer, then you do it again. That's why I said there, so we've got a lot of material to work with. Pull your knife. Yeah, that's right. No, you're getting it. You're getting it. Done.
It's terrifying.
But you can start to
Is it?
use it to your
We'll
advantage.
swivel it.
Credit cards, use it.
Swivel it.
Because it's not their money, because they give it to you at the end of the day, it's yours.
So what are your top tips for growing avocados? So I've got my avocado, what do I do with it?
Right. Avocados need afternoon shade. So if you look at your avocado trees, you'll see that the stems are green. As long as they're green, the sun will burn them, especially the afternoon sun in Perth. It's fierce. So give them some shade. If you can't put a shade over them, at least shade the western side,
Yeah.
so that the western sun doesn't come onto them.
I have a super hot backyard, so I think that's what I'm going to do.
If-
Put shade cloth on, northwest.
Yeah, the whole western side definitely. If it's very hot, then it's good to put a shade cloth over, but don't touch it. You can see we've got
Okay.
shade cloth a bit above my head, so shade cloth like that to keep it cooler, and yet shade cloth will allow wind to move, so you'll get wind movement there.
Yeah.
Avocados developed in countries with very high rainfall but extremely good drainage. So they cannot tolerate drought. So you have to make sure that they're always moist but never waterlogged. So if you're in a clay area, you have to make sure that you don't dig a hole and plant them in the hole, because that'll be a pot and they will just drown. And if you're in a very sandy area, mix some soil solver or clay into your soil, into your sand, so that you have soil that will retain some of the moisture. And then fertilizer. Avocados need quite a bit of fertilization. They are hungry, so you can feed them well. When the avocados flower, they often lose their leaves.
Yeah.
In that instance, you have to make sure that the horizontal branches are not sunburned. So if you have any branches that are horizontal like those there, you can, easy trick is get cheap water-based paint from one of the shops,
Yeah.
mix it half, 50% water, and paint it. I know, it looks terrible, but it works.
I have seen that. So
It works. And the beauty is that because it's such a thin film, the buds grow through.
Yeah.
There's no problem with it. And if you want to know when to water, we'll do the fingertip test. You do it like this. Put your finger in. If it comes out moist, do not water. If you put your finger in, it comes out dry, water. And don't just sprinkle at the top, water in so that the water goes right through the pot or right into the soil so that it can reach the root zone. That, I think, should help you to grow better avocados.
thank you so much for your amazing tips, and
welcome.
I'm fingers crossed I can keep this avocado alive.
You will. With a little bit of love, you'll keep it alive.
Shade, wind protection, mulch.
Mulch around, yep. Just keep the soil moist.
Yeah.
Put mulch around, but never against the trunk.
Yeah.
If you put mulch around the trunk, against the trunk, you might get a collar rot.
Yeah.
So keep it open around it, and keep it moist, and enjoy your avocados.
I'm so excited. Thank you so much for your help.
You're welcome.